I'm Gillian White. I work for Samuel Son & Company. I have been there for 26 years, and I am a member of the board of directors on a volunteer capacity. So all of our board are volunteers. I have, as of this year, taken on the role of treasurer. What inspired me to volunteer? There's a few things, actually. Some personal experiences. They weren't directly with the house, but they were medical issues with my children. My youngest son was born premature. He was born 12 weeks premature. He spent 30 days at McMaster Children's Hospital across the street. I guess fortunately or unfortunately at that time, we lived close enough by that I didn't need to use the house because I could drive home. Even that short drive, that 20-minute drive home was agony. It was hard, leaving the children. I can't imagine, at that time I couldn't imagine what people were going through who were living an hour or 2 hours away or even further. I did firsthand then, 19 years ago, get to meet with people who had the pleasure of using the house and how grateful they were that this was here to support them and give them a home away from home. So that was sort of my first introduction. Many years ago, a close friend of ours thought maybe that I would be a good fit, and I came here for a tour. I had never actually been in the house, and as soon as I stepped in and had my tour, I knew there was no turning back, and then I will always try to do everything I can to support this house. So after that, I immediately dove in and started volunteering because I think it's so important. It's so important to give back to your community. A few years after starting to volunteer, we had another scare with my son, and he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And it was inside his spinal cord at the base of his brain. He had to have emergency surgery. We spent many weeks in sick kids after his surgery, rehabilitation, getting him to walk again. And that for me just solidified it. Having some personal experiences and some personal connections with your family and going through that, it just helps to solidify even more the value and the mission that this house does and how it helps families. And I think for me, the most important thing about the house is not the roof over everyone's head, because most people just know it as a roof over people's heads. It's all the little things that the house does. At Christmas time, we were talking about the wall of gifts and parents going through, and when my son was going through his issues, it was Christmas time, and the Christmas and celebrating Christmas and shopping and getting gifts for your other children is the last thing on your mind. And the fact that the house has a room for families to come and shop at, just something so small as that, it's so meaningful and so impactful. The meals, to me, after a long day, and especially when you're away from home, you want to be as healthy as you can because you need that to be as strong as you can for your child. And to be able to come here and get a home-cooked, healthy meal and not having to just rely on, fast food or something quick to grab, or maybe not even food, not eating that day because you're so stressed out and you don't have time. To be able to come here and get a hot breakfast and a hot dinner, it helps keep the family strong because they need to be strong for their children. I'm forever grateful for this house and want to do everything I can to try to support it. And would encourage anyone out there to do their part, to give back, and to do even the smallest thing, even a couple of hours a month at the family room, or drop off, gift cards, make any kind of donation. Not everyone, can make large monetary donations, but even small donations. Every little bit helps fund the house.